Introduction to National Education Policy 2020. The second episode of the series on National Education Policy 2020. The National Education Policy 2020 was approved by the Union Cabinet on 29th of July 2020. NEP 2020 is the first education policy of the 21st century, which aims to address our country's many growing developmental imperatives and is aligned with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The National Education Policy 2020 is built on the foundational pillars of access, equity, quality, affordability and accountability. NEP 2020 recommends many transformational ideas for school education. The new education policy emphasized ensuring universal access to high-quality ECCE across the country in a phased manner. Special attention and priority will be given to districts and locations that are particularly socio-economically disadvantaged. A 5+3+3+4 curricular and pedagogical structure based on cognitive and socio-emotional developmental stages of children has been proposed. Foundational stage, age 3 to 8 years, 3 years of pre-primary plus grades 1 to 2. Preparatory stage, 8 to 11 years, grades 3 to 5. Middle stage, 11 to 14 years, grades 6 to 8. Secondary stage, 14 to 18 years, grades 9 to 12. This national education policy intends to ensure fundamental literacy and numeracy, curricular adjustments, reduce subject load, and assessment reforms for holistic student development. There will be no hard separations between arts and sciences, curricular and extracurricular activities, vocational and academic streams, etc. NEP 2020 promotes active pedagogy, foundational capacity and life skill development, experimental learning at all stages, board exams, holistic progress cards, and assessment reform. NEP 2020 promotes critical and higher order thinking in pupils, the mainstreaming of vocational education, and teacher education improvements. The education policy also puts focus on the empowerment of teachers and improving their recruitment, service conditions, transfer policy and career progression opportunities at all levels. The National Professional Standards for Teachers will establish norms and standards for teachers at various levels. NEP recommends employing unutilized school infrastructure capacity to promote community social, intellectual, and voluntary activities and foster social cohesion during non-schooling hours. This means that non-teaching time of infrastructure could be utilized as Samajik Chetna Kendra. NEP 2020 suggests using the mother tongue/home language/local language as the medium of instruction at least till grade 5 and later if possible. The strategy envisions the separation of regulatory, administrative, and policy-making duties to eliminate conflicts of interest, as well as the establishment of the State School Standards Authority. There is also a larger emphasis on using technology to improve various elements of education, such as learning, assessment, planning, and administration. NEP respects the value of teachers since they actually shape the future of our children, and thus the destiny of our nation. Teachers must be involved in all levels of NEP implementation for it to be successful. Considering the importance of teachers, the Ministry of Education asked principals/head teachers/teachers on implementing NEP guidelines. The views/suggestions/comments submitted will be incorporated into the NEP 2020 implementation plan. This emphasizes the importance of teachers in the system and the role they are expected to play in educating pupils with 21st century skills and a balanced education. To watch next episode on National Education Policy 2020, subscribe the channel. Get updates by subscribing YouTube channel.